Hello, everyone. This is Herman Sosa with Ubuntu Speaks. I come to you today with a grateful heart and excited about this conversation that I'm about to have with you. And I thank all of you who have been following me on Facebook and who have, taken the time out of their day to uh, read the posts, the watch the videos, read the posts, actually think about some of the quotes that I've posted up. And it's really important for me to know that there are people out there who are listening to my message of Ubuntu and who are choosing to learn more about this philosophy, the South African philosophy of Ubuntu. And for me, that's really important because I am trying my best to not only spread this message and philosophy, but also to live it. So today I put up a quote. Really, it was a story about living an Ubuntu life and what that means. And it was an example of, a sociologist who went to Africa and he met a group of children. And he, basically had candy and and he gave him a task to do, and whoever would win a game per se would get the candy. And these boys, having lived with this Ubuntu lifestyle, Ubuntu philosophy, realized that what if all of them would have to get this candy and share it, that it wasn't if one gets it, the others will be sad. And so today I wanted to share with you a little bit about why, for me, this idea of sharing with each other, sharing with community, and not leaving one behind is so important. When I was trying to figure out, I knew I wanted to do my own business. I knew I had a message to share. I knew that the work that I wanted to do needed to address some of the concerns about diversity and inclusion and bringing communities to work together in order to solve its problems, and as well as communication, the importance of cross-cultural communication, especially during these times that we're living. Because, I find that it's very difficult for us to talk to each other without, exhibiting some of the fears and some of the biases that we have and some of the education and stereotypes that we've, been raised with. It's hard now to have conversations with people from different backgrounds who speak different languages, who look different from us. And for me, it's weird because I grew up, and now I realize just how blessed I was, but I grew up with a very multicultural, diverse family, so upbringing. And although my environment wasn't as diverse, or at least growing up, wasn't as diverse as it could be, my parents found a way to make sure that I was exposed to the diversity of the world. And so that meant we traveled a lot, it'd be on plane. I had my first passport at the age of 4, or, by car, or just going to events and festivals. So I was truly blessed to have that experience. And of course, my mother is Gabonese. And so therefore, she, being Gabonese African, it was really important for her that we knew where we were also coming from, that we weren't just Americans, but we were also Gabonese, and we also belonged to this world that, that included so many different types of people. So that was really, really important for my mother. And now I understand how important it is for me to share that with my daughter and my family and my friends. So hence the concept of Ubuntu. And the reason I named this video, "When's the last time you hugged a stranger?" is because, nowadays we see everybody as a stranger, even some of our colleagues and closest friends, and as strangers. And it's sad to me because I realize that, one, everybody needs a hug. There's a colleague of mine who I love to give hugs to, and she gives me hugs in return. Mentioned that sometimes, she strongly believes that people need at least 6 hugs a day. And I was like, 6? And she was like, yeah, 6 hugs. I was like, oh, I thought it was 10, but 6. And so we laughed about this idea. But, the reality is that we are interconnected. And the idea of, hugs and embracing, and that the need to feel touched, the need to be recognized by someone else as being present in this journey we call life is really, really important. And I know the last time I gave a hug was actually in New Orleans. I went to New Orleans with a couple of friends of mine, and there was this man who told us he was homeless, and he had a little dog with him. And I proceeded on having a simple conversation with him. And he told me a little bit about his life and his story. And then before I was to move and go into a restaurant, he asked for a hug. And to me, it just automatically seemed natural to reach out and give him a hug and tell him that I enjoyed our conversation and wish him the best. But however, to the people around me, it was like, what is this woman doing hugging a homeless man? And I saw the reaction from, the people around me. I saw the late afterwards, because I didn't care at the moment. But as I turned around and let him go and wished him the best, I saw the reaction from my friends, as well as, the people around me. And it was almost like a sense of like bewilderment. Like, why would she do that? And for me, it was like, why not? This is someone who was needing a hug, asking for a hug, and just wanted to be recognized as a fellow human being, to be recognized as someone who is also part of this world. And for me, I saw him as a person who had just shared their life with me, bits and pieces of their life, a person who had just saw the goodness in me and felt safe enough to share themselves with me. And so we had this beautiful encounter, and it meant a lot to me. And I walked away feeling as though I had just been blessed, and that I had just, been, I'm sorry, I'm getting teary-eyed because I'm wondering how he's doing now. But having said that, I walked away feeling good. I walked away feeling as though, what, that was just an example of me living an Ubuntu lifestyle. And it was a confirmation that I am on the right path, that my message is resonating with people. And, I'm a strong believer that even those who do not have the man who or woman who doesn't have a voice still has a story to tell. And so, that's my personal belief and my quote, and I live by that. And so I ask you, when's the last time you hugged a stranger? When's the last time you reached out to a stranger and gave them a smile, told them it was going to be okay? Ask them, not simply how are you, and not even wait for them to tell you how they're doing. But when's the last time you really just sat down with a stranger and made a stranger a friend? Because I personally think that's what we need in this life right now, to be able to tell someone else that they mean something, that their presence in the world is important. Oh, I can't believe I'm crying. Okay, but just the idea that we are all in this life journey together. I am who I am because we all are. Because I know that I would never be the person that you see right now if it wasn't for the collective individuals who decided to pour into me, who decided to nurture me, who decided to guide me, to share their stories, to take care of me when I needed a hand, to be there to listen to who I was and help me define who I was. And if it wouldn't have been for all those people, I wouldn't be who I am. Hence why I'm always saying I am who I am, because we all are. Because this is the philosophy of Ubuntu, the idea that if you are sad, if my fellow man or woman or child is sad and hurting, how can I ever be happy in their presence? I need to also figure out a way to make them happy, make them feel good. And we're interconnected, and we are only human through other people. And, this is a philosophy that Archbishop Desmond Tutu has preached for generations. And Nelson Mandela, the great Nelson Mandela, while he was alive, he talked about how this is how he made it through his time in prison, was recognizing the humanity that exists not only in his fellow prisoners, but also in the guards and also in the white communities that were oppressing Blacks and Africans at that time. And that was the only way that when he got out, he was able to reunite South Africa and bring people to talk about the history, but also to learn how to forgive, to learn how to recognize the humanity in each other. And so now, before I end this video chat and get some Kleenex, because I just all of a sudden got real emotional, I want to leave you with this. I challenge you to hug a stranger. And you know what? Culturally, it may not be appropriate to just go and hug someone that you don't know. Ask them. And if it's not a hug, you know what? Let's start off simple. Everyone deserves a smile. Everyone. When's the last time you smiled at a stranger and just said, I see you. I recognize you. You are important to me. I am who I am because you are present. Let's start off there. If if you're not ready to just hug just anybody, how about the next time you see someone in the street, in the elevator, at work, at the grocery store, say hello. Just say hello. Give a smile. Let them know that you recognize who they are. Show that you are living an Ubuntu lifestyle. And I guarantee not only will you make them feel good, but you will leave out of that interaction feeling really good and feeling that you're part of a collective. You're part of something bigger than yourself. And what that is the feeling of Ubuntu. That philosophy that says, you know what, I see you. I am who I am because we all are. I am who I am because you are. And that together we can make it through this life. Kindness, with love, respect. We are in this together and all will be all right. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care. Ubuntu Speaks. If you want to see other videos that I have, just continue to follow me. And if you want to check out my website, and I also have a YouTube station now, but my website is www.ubuntuspeaksllc.com. Once again, I am who I am because we all are. Thank you very much. Peace out. Mwah. Bye-bye.